Hello and welcome back to another Apex Signals strategy video. In front of you I have a 4-hour chart of the silver markets, but this strategy of course can work in pretty much any time frame and asset. And the strategy I'll be talking about is the PSAR, or the Parabolic Stop and Reverse. And the idea behind this is that it tells you which direction in the short-term momentum you should be trading. And the interesting part about PSAR is that a lot of times it is used in its rawest form to stay in the market in both directions. You just continually are long or short of an asset. Now, when I put the indicator on the chart, you will see it puts dots there. And the way it works is if it's underneath an asset, you should be long of the particular asset you're involved in, and the dots represent basically a breakdown below there changes the trend. It's a complete reversal, so a lot of times traders will put their stop loss underneath that. Now, as you can see, there is going to be a certain amount of trouble with this because it tends to get you in and out of markets way too quick. So one of the filters that people will use quite often are moving averages. So this moving average is going higher. It's a 50-period moving average. Doesn't really matter what you use, just whatever you're comfortable with, I guess. And you can see that the PSAR is showing a buy signal all the way up to here. Now, you would have gotten in before, or when you crossed the line, depending on how you entered. And then eventually you get the PSAR giving you the opposite signal. Well, at that point in time, you can exit the trade, or you can move stop losses up right along with the PSAR. It really comes down to whether you're shorter or a longer term trader. Now you can see we did chomp around a little bit here, but if you are only following the long signals, it did work out. We did dip a little bit here. You could make an argument for a sell there. That might have been a loss, but then we turned right back around, got a buy signal with the upward momentum. And now we continue to go lower and lower and lower right along with the moving average. Now, the idea is that it gives you a place to put your stop loss, for starters, which is always important. And it gives you the idea of going back and forth. But I believe, and many traders believe this as well, that you shouldn't fight the trend anyways. So just use this as confirmation of the moving average. PSAR is a common indicator. You can find it on most platforms, certainly on MetaTrader 4, and the moving average, of course, as well. So combining the two, you get the momentum of the market, and then obviously you get several attempts to make money on the way down or up, depending on the asset. Now, when I switch to the daily, and now it's a 50-day moving average, you can see that it moves right along. Same principle. In 15 minutes, it works the same as well, and so on. So really nice trading system, pretty straightforward. You just put your stops on the other line, or on the other side of the dots. When the dots reverse, you jump out. If you do it the pure way, you just turn around and reverse the trade. But that, of course, is a little bit riskier.